Hey guys, I'm Kim, and for those of you that may not know, I'm a medium. I'm also an intuitive coach and an author. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that I'm incredibly passionate about. Oftentimes as a medium and an intuitive coach, I consult my spirit guides for insight, perspective, and higher guidance on certain areas of life, or even areas where I begin to see trends of humanity falling into these patterns of groupthink. I love to practice discernment. I think it's the most magnificent gift that we could all have. So that's where I connect with my guides. I ask for that discernment and seeing some of these massive trends among people when it comes to living life, navigating life, dealing with realities that we have right in front of us. My goal is to share what they share in hopes that it helps you see things in a new way. The topic today is probably one of my most favorite topics, and it's you know, I began to recognize among a massive amount of people, we all seem to have this massive desire to want to let go of things that are painful, that don't serve us, that feel traumatic or uncomfortable. But at the same time that we want to let go, we seem to have an inability to do so. It seems like the more and more we try to let go, the harder it is to let go of something. So instead of letting go, I kind of asked my guides, was like, I basically just went to them and was like, why is this? Why can't people let go of the things that they don't like, or the things that hurt them or make them feel uncomfortable? And this was the perspective that they showed me. For us, the first thing we have to realize on a deep level is that no matter what we experience here in this realm, because we've experienced it, it is ingrained in our essence. It becomes a part of our being, whether we like it or not. So it's really not possible, it's not physically, humanly possible to let go of something, to completely detach from it and act as if it never happened. It's always going to be there in our memory, in our subconscious, and from time to time it'll surface. Instead, what my guides shared was that instead of trying to let go of something which pushes us into a vibration of resistance, go into a vibration of abundance, realizing you're omnific. You can create anything you want, any way you want. With that knowing, instead of trying to let go of something, redesign the way you're connected to it. Reconfigure the attachment. If the attachment is in pain, you need to readdress that attachment, rework it however you can, give it love, give it gratitude for teaching you what it taught you. That way, when you redesign the way you're connected to it, it doesn't become a source of pain anymore. Instead, you reconfigure your attachment through abundance, giving gratitude, giving love, support, joy, whatever it is. That will allow you to move into a place of, number one, peace and joy, which with the things that you were trying to resist. But also it allows you to stay in a place of higher vibrational awareness, expanded awareness through your own ability to create. When you realize that everything around you is existing the way it is because of your relationship to it and the type of relationship you have to it, then you realize how much power you actually have to change things and to create the life you want. So if there's something that you feel like is controlling you, that just has you feeling like you're under a rock, under pressure, caged in, bottled up, instead of working on letting go of it, work on redesigning your connection to it. Reconfigure the way you're connected to it, the way you're attached to it, and begin to look deeper than the resistance. Can you give it gratitude because it's teaching you your voice, it's teaching you your personal power? Can you give it thanks and love because it brought you to a place of humility and taught you, how to be humble? Look beyond your own resistance if all we ever do is put up walls left and right and resist things, we are going to be enslaved to our own likeness, for one, and then feeling like we're trying to let go of things left and right. And all that's going to do is make us feel miserable, like we're drowning, like we can't find joy in anything. So the good news is you have a decision, you have a choice. You can decide how you're related to something. You can decide the type of attachment you have to it. Even if it is losing a loved one, there is grief that you'll experience, but maybe that grief teaches you the beauty of love, the beauty of the connection that you had. So instead of always being attached in pain, connect in love and gratitude. The more that you practice that, the more abundance you'll be sending out, also bringing back in. So I encourage you guys to look around, look in your lives at where is it that you're trying, maybe it's even old behavioral patterns of yourself that you have, that you're trying to let go of these patterns and trying to start new and start fresh. Look at the way you're connected and attached to those patterns. Look at the way you can reconfigure those connections. You have the power, you have the choice to determine those types of connections each and every day. We make those choices every day, consciously and subconsciously. Now, the more we bring into our conscious, the more powerful we become, living the best life possible. And that's the goal, is to live a life fulfilled with enriched experiences where we feel free, we feel happy, and not enslaved to our own resistance. That the more we resist, the more we become slaves to resisting. So look around and find, I'm sure we all have areas, in our life that we're just trying to let go of something, but take yourself off the hook and realize it's not possible to let go of something that you've actually experienced. It is possible to redesign the connection. As you do, and at least step into your power and your ability to do that, you will begin the healing process. You will begin cultivating your own personal power in that process. So take time to look around and explore beyond the resistance. Look into the silver lining. Look into the place in between the polarities of good and bad. What's the value that you can bring out of a situation? That will help you reconfigure these connections, because I think the best piece of advice that ever came through from my guides was, everything in existence is existing the way it is because of its relationship to everything else around it. So knowing that, we know also then everything is affected through us, by us, within us, and vice versa. We're affected by everything else. Everything ultimately is one. There is a simultaneous cause and effect for everything. So if you want a positive effect, be a positive cause. Make sure that you're at least being mindful enough to give attention and energy to that instead of just resisting. The more you resist, the more you become what you're resisting. So I hope this little message helps you guys feel a little more empowered to create the life that you want for yourself, and a little bit happier, and hopefully offering more freedom to the things that you once felt enslaved to. Look at those things that you feel enslaved to, that you're trying to let go of and move on from. Redesign the way you're connected to it. Give gratitude, give love, give joy. And as you do, you'll find yourself experiencing that freedom, that personal freedom and personal power more and more and more. So I wish you guys all the best. You can check out more information on my website at kimbabcockonline.com. If you guys have questions, suggestions, anything, I'm always open to communication and creating community. So hit me up on my website, again, at kimbabcockonline.com. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.